Hi, my name is Kristen, and I am here to talk to you about the films that I had the pleasure of seeing at the 63rd New York Film Festival held at the Lincoln Center for Performing Arts here in Manhattan from September 26th through October 13th. So it's still going on now as I'm making this video, and I was part of the press and industry screeners, so I want to share with you my thoughts on the films that I did see. So let's get started. So the first film that I got to see was The Love That Remains. I saw it on September 23rd. It was at 10 a.m. I bring this up because it was my very first screening of the festival, so I went into this screening with an open heart and excited and ready to receive a great movie. But sadly, this film was not that, in my opinion. So I apologize to the director ahead of time, but I'm here to be honest and let people know my true thoughts. So The Love That Remains is actually directed by, now forgive me when I say this name because most likely I'm pronouncing it wrong. So it is Hlynur, H-L-Y-N-U-R, Pálmason, P-A-L-M-A-S-O-N. So that is the director's name. It is an Icelandic film with subtitles, so it is a foreign feature. And it is also worth bringing up that this is that director's follow-up to a film called Godland, which I happen to not see. So this is my first experience with this director. So anyway, The Love That Remains really fell flat for me. I thought it was very slow. I normally don't mind slow if I know it's building up to something, but it never really took off for me. It was slow in the beginning, slow in the middle, and slow in the end. One thing that I did appreciate about the film is that there was some beautiful Icelandic scenery. I've never been to Iceland, so that was cool to be able to see that. The premise is there is a family that lives on their own farm, so they are self-sufficient with their foods and able to support themselves in that regard with their own foods. They cook together, they spend a lot of time together. I also appreciated that the children that are in the film, I would say if I were to guess, they were between the ages of 7 and 11. 2 boys and a girl, and I loved the fact that they played outside endlessly without devices, which is something that is basically unheard of. I don't know the last time kids have just played outside with no devices in a group together. So that brought back happy memories for me when I was a child. So anyway, I did like that, and I really liked that they got along so well, the 2 brothers and the sister, because there was not a lot of devices in TV. They seemed to all have interesting conversations and share their feelings and whatnot. So I really did like that part. The demise of, I guess, of what I say the family is, not necessarily of the film, of what happens with the family, is that the mom is a struggling artist, very strong emphasis on struggling. She is a struggling artist. They live on this farm, so she doesn't make a lot of money or hardly any money. And then the dad is trying to support these 3 children and his wife so she can do what she loves. And he works out on fishing boats, and it is herring season. So he is gone a lot. So because of that, they end up getting divorced because there is a real big divide with him being gone all the time. And the mom sees that, you know what, they're just kind of happier without him there. And it kind of disrupts whenever he comes back after he's been gone. It disrupts their whole vibe of what they've got going on. They all get along very well, and they really don't seem to need much, even though they don't have a lot of money, as far as the wife and the 3 kids, that is. They spend a lot of time outdoors. They are out in nature. They are going to the river, picking up rocks. They are hiking. They are going down trails. They basically entertain themselves endlessly without needing money. So that part is a great aspect of the film. What I did not like is that the film went on way too long, in my opinion. Again, these are all just my opinions, that it could have gotten to the point a lot quicker. I did understand what the director was trying to say. The fact is the dad ends up full of regrets. Here he has made this money while he's been gone, but he has missed all the time with his family. And so was it really worth it? Is money the be all end all? Absolutely not. And they drive this point home as well, when a very wealthy man comes to buy some art, or is going to look at the mom's art. And so they're all excited. He comes by a private plane and, you know, he's just full of himself. He's got all this money and happy to tell everybody about it and all the different wines, and just acts so exotic and doesn't really care about her at all. He's just talking nonstop. And you would think in a perfect world that someone with money that came and saw this wife that is divorced and trying to support her 3 kids, that he would probably buy maybe one piece of art at least. If he's going to fly all this way to go see everything, you would think he would have at least bought something, especially after spending so much time and eating with her and meeting the kids and all that good stuff. Another thing that the director, I think, made a point in making is that this wealthy man also did not care for the environment or animals, which happens sadly to be the way some wealthy people are. So I think the director is making a statement about that. So much so that this wealthy man takes a goose egg from a goose nest that he finds, which was just absolutely mortifying, and he takes it on the plane with him away, which is just unreal. So there was that. And I think that another way that they really made clear that the dad was the sole breadwinner was the mom would help her father, who also did not have money, would help him on the farm, like do these posts in the ground, so like manual labor, not making a lot of money there either. And the little girl wanted a horse, and the grandfather basically is like, well, I can't get it for her. Normally maybe the grandfather would be able to, you know, get the horse for her or do something. And he's like calling the dad going, hey, you need to buy this horse for her. So it really made it clear that the woman was raised without money and didn't care about it. And, you know, the dad was having to, the dad meaning the husband, the ex-husband was the one to really get money into the family. The family also, I did appreciate that they really all got along well, cooking together and spending time together. But a real problem I had as the disability ally of NYC is a scene that I must mention that was really disturbing to me and really triggered me and really affected me in a bad way, which I don't understand what the director was thinking. There is a scene where the family is all out on a lovely spring summer day, and they are all by a creek, and you know, the weather's gorgeous, they're all relaxing, and the mom gets like several rubber bands and puts them all on her face to make her face be deformed. And then when her face is deformed, she turns to her children and her husband and says, would y'all still love me if I look like this? Now, I get what she was trying to do, like, oh, that it was supposed to be funny and the kids laughed, but I just don't understand why this scene was necessary and what the point of this was. I guess my hunch is that the director is trying to show that you could have fun with just rubber bands. But I feel like this could have been done by doing a slingshot, see who could shoot the rock the farthest or something along those lines. Having it make the mom have a facial deformity did not sit well with me, because I have a lot of friends in the community that have a condition called Mobius syndrome, which I want to take this opportunity to share with you guys what it is in case you've not heard of it. So Mobius syndrome is actually a rare neurological disorder where your eyes and your face will become paralyzed. So it could be either one eye, both eyes, part of your face, all of your face, and because of this paralysis, it makes it difficult to talk, to eat, to smile, show other facial expressions. And like I say, I know people that have this and they are thriving, but it doesn't sit well with me to make fun of anyone with a disability, and that's kind of how that came across. So it did come across that way, and I need to bring that up in hopes that the director sees this and just thinks about the actions maybe, and be a little bit more considerate when you make your next film. So The Love That Remains really fell short for me, not just because of that scene, but just the whole plethora of reasons. I thought it was way too long, and it could have got to the point a lot quicker. So better luck on the next film, and stick with me to see the next ones I review at the festival. Thanks for watching. Bye.